Major funding for NJTV News is provided in part by RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. NJM Insurance Group, serving the insurance needs of New Jersey residents and businesses for more than 100 years. And Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Tonight on NJTV News, candidates make their final pitches.
On the last day of campaigning for a U.S. Senate seat, Bob Menendez and Bob Hugin each go to where they think their votes are.
An unprecedented number of voters are hitting their county clerk's office for vote-by-mail ballots. What will that mean for Tuesday's election?
A lot of knocking on doors in neighborhoods in Jersey. It's get out the vote time. Is it a tactic that works?
Plus, a festering water fight over the safety of the supply. The mayor bristles at being compared to Flint, Michigan. Those stories and more next on NJTV News.
Live from the Agnes Barris NJTV studio at 2 Gateway Center in Newark, this is NJTV News with Mary Alice Williams.
Hello, thank you for joining us. We open with the candidates' closing arguments that could frame tomorrow's election and perhaps signal a power shift in Congress. With the sludge fight behind them, two-term Democratic Senator Bob Menendez and his Republican challenger Bob Hugin each spent today solidifying his base. Chief political correspondent Michael Aaron has our report.
Bob Menendez was with urban mayors, the governor, and Senator Cory Booker at a senior housing complex in Elizabeth. Bob Hugin was with state legislators in the garage of a union hall in Parsippany. Menendez's schedule today took him to Democratic strongholds, Lyndhurst, Elizabeth, Perth Amboy, Patterson, Fords, and back to Perth Amboy. Hugin's schedule had him in Republican towns, Parsippany, Toms River, and Clark in Union County. Menendez touted his record and promised to put a check on President Trump.
When I want to move into the future, I put my car into D for Democrat, and I drive into the future. When I want to go backwards, I put it into R for a Republican, and boy, do I go backwards. This is about going into the future. This is about having a new day. One day, 48 hours, to have a check on Trump. One day to change the course of event. One day to stop Trump. One day for victory. And with your help, we're going to make it happen. Thank you, everybody.
Hugin said he's been blessed in life and now wants to give back to the state he loves, a state in trouble.
My whole family lives in New Jersey. But if this state continues in the road it's at, the direction it's going, that's not going to happen. Our seniors are leaving us. The 18 to 34-year-olds are abandoning this state at the fastest rate in the entire country. We're heading the wrong direction. It's unaffordable.
Hugin said the race is tight.
I need your help. We're this close. We're this close. The last poll we had, our internal poll, was a few days ago. We're up 2 points.
A Quinnipiac poll released today had Menendez up by 15 points, 55% to 40 for Hugin. That's Menendez's highest margin in a while.
All of you have written, whether I'm up by 5 or 12, or today I think there was a poll that had us up by 15, that the race is close. We're going to wait till tomorrow. We're going to fight for every vote.
Hugin criticized the methodology in the new poll. He was asked whether he regrets supporting Donald Trump for president so strongly 2 years ago.
In 2016, the country was stagnated. I voted and helped for disruption. We have dysfunction now. I'm running because we've got to send good people to Washington who are going to work together.
Governor Murphy said he can't imagine waking up one morning and Bob Menendez is no longer representing New Jersey in Washington. Senator Booker has been unstinting in his praise.
I'm telling everybody in this state who believes in me as your senator, please don't take away the best partner I could have in this fight where every single day they're coming after New Jersey.
For Menendez, the message today was about stopping Donald Trump and staying with a proven fighter for New Jersey. For Hugin, it was about creating jobs in New Jersey and ending Menendez's long career. The weather forecast is talking about thunderstorms tomorrow. In Parsippany, I'm Michael Aaron, NJTV News.
New Jersey has 12 members in the House of Representatives, 7 Democrats, all presumed to be in safe seats, and 5 in seats that have been held by Republicans for as long as 30 years. Senior correspondent David Cruz takes a closer look at 2 of the toss-ups. David?
Mary Alice, in the final days of the 2018 midterm elections, New Jersey finds itself in an unusual position. For the first time in decades, midterms in the state are actually competitive. And with the balance of power in the House at stake, New Jersey is being closely watched.
And I'm proud to stand with a president who has a different answer, a president who trusts the states and ultimately trusts the American people.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. South Jersey Congressman Tom MacArthur in the Rose Garden, surrounded by the president and House Republican leadership, celebrating the House passage of a repeal and replace Obamacare bill, made possible by the so-called MacArthur Amendment. The bill died in the Senate, however, and MacArthur, the only member of the New Jersey delegation to vote for the president's tax plan, has been bludgeoned for his association with Trump ever since.
There's New Jersey at number 4, one of the highest tax states in the nation. But at least we could write off our local taxes. Not anymore.
Democrat Andy Kim says health care is the main reason he got into the race. The former Obama administration official probably well aware that health care was also the main concern among voters in the district, over 140,000 of whom are seniors. Kim says MacArthur will be a Trump rubber stamp.
He stands with his party leadership that he votes 94% in line with. He stands with them on capping state and local tax deductions when he campaigned in 2014 to protect our property taxes.
MacArthur has countered by painting Kim as ineffectual and outside the mainstream.
He's lied about trying to make people feel like he was in the military. He's changed his positions. He doesn't answer questions. He offers anecdotes about Bob who said this, and you know, he met Marie who said this. Those don't solve problems.
Nick Corasaniti has been covering the race for the New York Times and says the tax bill and health care have been at the top of the issues list since the start of the race and have stayed there.
I actually think this is the race that's focusing the most on issues in all of New Jersey, and in part of it is due to Representative MacArthur's actions. You know, he authored the amendment to repeal the Affordable Care Act to get it through the House, then it failed in the Senate, and he's the only New Jersey representative to vote for the tax bill. So those are 2 main issues, and Kim has really focused on that.
Another incumbent, 7th District Congressman Leonard Lance, is fighting for his political life in another formerly secure Republican district. Unlike MacArthur, who's only recently been pivoting to the center, Lance says he's been the very model of a moderate New Jersey Republican. But his Democratic opponent, Tom Malinowski, has still made this race another one too close to call.
Sometimes you have to fight for something 5, 6, a dozen times before it gets done.
Former Obama administration official Tom Malinowski says Leonard Lance is tired of keeping up appearances.
It feels to me as if Congressman Lance gave up a long time ago, whether it's building the Gateway Tunnel or getting our property tax deductions back or stopping the rising cost in health care. There's just very little chance of any responsible bipartisan action on those issues if we re-elect him to enable the same leadership that has been so bad for New Jersey in the past.
Rather than marching in lockstep with the president, Lance says he's been an effective check on the executive branch, countering that Malinowski is a Nancy Pelosi Democrat.
Leonard Lance, rated among the most bipartisan in Congress, an independent voice working for New Jersey. If Tom Malinowski's elected, he'll work for Pelosi, partisan, liberal. Malinowski is no centrist.
My guess is the Lance Malinowski race and the MacArthur-Kim race are still toss-up territory. Both sides in both races seem to have enough money to finish strong. And you know, the polls are all showing 1-2 point spreads, so who knows what's going to happen there.
Despite several previous votes to the contrary, Lance voted against the final version of the Obamacare repeal and the president's tax cut plan. His opponent says the incumbent has finally found religion in the last days of the campaign, but Lance says he has been and will continue to be a check on Trump.
I have been critical of the president in several areas, and regarding the tenor of Washington. I've been critical where the president has tweeted inappropriately. I certainly was critical of Charlottesville. I'm also critical.
Lance won re-election in 2016 by 11 points. In 2016, Tom MacArthur got 60% of the vote. Nobody believes that the margin of victory this year in either race will get close to double figures. Tomorrow, we'll look at the 11th district race and the race at the top of the ticket between Bob Menendez and Bob Hugin. Mary Alice?
Thank you, David. New Jersey voters seem to be fired up. Early voting is on pace to outpace votes cast in the last midterms by a lot. Here with the new rules governing the vote count is Brianna Vannozzi.
Have you ever voted this way before? Okay, so here's your ballot.
Union resident Carmen Cordero is casting her vote nearly a full 24 hours before the polls open.
How long have you had your mind made up about the candidates you're voting for?
Quite some time. Quite some time.
Anyone hoping to use a vote-by-mail ballot had until 3 p.m. today to apply in person at their county clerk's office. A new law this election cycle required county clerks to automatically mail ballots to any voter who used one in the 2016 presidential election, and that's drastically changing the landscape of early voting this year.
We're seeing an historic high, very, very unusual. Normally we have activity in midterm elections, maybe 12,000 voters that come in prior to the election day. I have over 30,000.
Nationwide, more than 20 million Americans have already cast a ballot. The New Jersey Division of Elections is reporting record highs across the state. As of November 2nd, more than 554,000 votes by mail were issued, with 52% returned. A midterm-to-midterm comparison shows just over 143,000 vote-by-mail ballots cast in 2014. That's an increase of 287%.
My staff has worked Saturdays and Sundays, and they've worked most nights till at least 7 o'clock at night. It's tremendous volume.
One of the reasons why this was passed by this particular administration, by this particular legislature, is because it benefits Democrats. Democrats have a 15-point advantage in registration. They have a 15-point advantage in vote by mail. The type of voter who votes in a presidential election but doesn't come out in a midterm, more likely to be Democrats.
Vote-by-mail ballots used to require an arrival deadline by 8 p.m. on election night. Now, voters will get an extra 2 days as long as ballots are postmarked by November 6th. If you requested but didn't receive your vote-by-mail ballot or forgot you had one, you can still vote at your polling site on Election Day using what's called a provisional paper ballot.
It's the provisional ballots that could be especially tricky this year. They're likely not to be counted until the Friday after the election. That's after they're sorted by hand and sent to the superintendent of elections to be verified. The county clerk here says it could take a couple of weeks.
I suspect that there will be thousands and thousands because many people that got an absentee forgot that they got it or put it aside.
Is there a possibility then that if the margins are close on some of these races, especially local races, we may not have the answer for a few weeks?
I've told people that you may not have the answer until the following week at least.
Which means if you're planning to stay up election night waiting for returns on all the races, you better put on an extra pot of coffee. In Elizabeth, Brianna Vannozzi, NJTV News.
And people who live in hotly contested districts are being inundated, flooded with flyers on doorknobs and texts on cell phones and robocalls on landlines. And in many cases, campaigns got personal. Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan follows the canvassing door to door.
Despite Zivan the Ferocious, 3 canvassers hounded Carolyn Marino this campaign season, even though she recently moved to a suburban Chester Township road with no sidewalks. Are you more inclined to listen if they come to your door?
I listen politely, but I come from a long line of Democrats.
And politicians call her, too.
Trump.
Trump called you?
Yes. I'm sure it was a recording, but he called me. I'm learning to live in the suburbs, and I've learned they're fanatical over here about who is in office.
Democrat Tom Malinowski this past weekend unleashed a door-knocking horde, 1,000 strong, upon the 7th Congressional District. They rang Jennifer Rosario's bell.
I mean, it is a little, I don't know, invasion of privacy, I guess. I mean, it's
Never happened before.
Can you tell us who you've made your mind up to vote for?
Nope.
Nope.
I asked them if they were Democrat or Republican. They said Democrat. I said, you got my vote. As far as we went.
And they said, okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
This time of year, I guess, under the circumstances, you kind of have to expect it.
In a fraught election, campaigns can risk oversaturation in their final surge to get out the vote. So what's it been like with all the canvassers? Rough. But studies have shown door-to-door canvassing was the most consistently effective and efficient method of voter mobilization.
That personal connection is still very strong and important, and again, people appreciate it. The reaction is generally very, very positive.
Republican Jay Weber knocked on doors in Lake Hiawatha this morning. Voters that did get to chat appreciated the effort.
That he's interested, that he's trying to get some votes. I hope he makes it.
That's quite surprising.
Yeah? So who are you going to vote for?
I'm going to vote for Jay Weber.
Well, you get to know him, beat him.
Yeah? You going to vote for him?
I'm not saying.
You'll see a lot more people going around the neighborhoods tomorrow, knocking on the doors. It's going to be time to help people get to the polls. Election Day. In Lake Hiawatha, I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJTV News.
NJTV teams will be on the campaigns and have full coverage of election returns as they come in. So vote, then join us from 8 o'clock to 11:30 p.m. on air and online. The business community is choosing sides in the midterms. Following the money is Rhonda Schaffler. Rhonda?
Mary Alice, if there is a blue wave this election day, it may be from a sea of green from the business community and Wall Street. According to the nonpartisan Center for Responsive Politics, contributions from the securities and investment industry have favored Democrats, with nearly $85 million donated. Donations to Republicans have totaled about $76 million. Now, this is the first time in a decade that Wall Street has favored Democrats over the GOP. 2 New Jersey candidates are on the list of top U.S. recipients of Wall Street donations. Josh Gottheimer has received more than $900,000. Mikey Sherrill has received close to $744,000. The Center for Responsive Politics also says the business community is donating more to Democrats over the Republicans, with 52% of the total funds raised going to the Democrats, 48% going to the GOP. Newark may be out of the running for Amazon's HQ2. There's been a flurry of published reports stating Amazon is in late-stage talks with 3 communities, Northern Virginia, Dallas, and New York City. Late this afternoon, the Wall Street Journal reported Amazon plans to split its second headquarters evenly between 2 locations rather than picking one HQ2. A source says the reason for this is so the company can recruit enough workers with technology skills. The paper reported an announcement on HQ2 could be made later this week. A victory for advocates of net neutrality, which treats all online content equally. The Supreme Court today rejected appeals from the telecom industry looking to throw out a lower court ruling in favor of net neutrality rules. The Trump administration has already rolled back those rules, but the industry wanted a court ruling to go off the books, which would have strengthened its position in future legal challenges. Turning now to Wall Street, stocks closed mixed. The Dow rallied about 191 points. And those are your top business stories.
Support for the Business Report is provided by New Jersey Tourism Industry Association, announcing its annual New Jersey Conference on Tourism, December 5th and 6th at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Online at njtia.com. Support for the Medical Report is provided by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
An update on the safety of Newark's water supply. On Friday, we told you that state records showed high levels of potentially cancer-causing haloacetic acids in the water it uses and sells to nearby towns. Today, Newark's mayor explained what's causing it and what's being done about it. Michael Hill reports.
What do this girls' vocational school, this senior housing complex, and this Newark Water and Sewer office all have in common? elevated levels of the potential cancer-causing haloacetic acid in their drinking water, levels that violate federal environmental standards, as the city of Newark lays out in its letter to homeowners. But from Mayor Baraka's point of view,
this is not an emergency situation. You would have to drink the water at that level for like 50 years in order for it to have the kind of effect that it would have.
What caused the unacceptable levels of haloacetic acid?
Because what happens is organic matter, because the water is like a lake or a reservoir, organic matter gets in the water and it reacts with the disinfectant we put in the water. So we can't get rid of the disinfectant. We have to put the disinfectant in the water to kill germs and bacteria and other things. What we have to do is flush organic matter out, and we do that, and we're going to continue to do that.
If you're not running your system well, you can start having problems with these disinfection byproducts, they're called.
The Natural Resources Defense Council has sued Newark over elevated lead levels in drinking water, which the city blames on old pipes. The mayor says the city has been very open about this latest issue with the Newark water supply, and he says any comparison to Flint is absolutely dead wrong.
Our corrosion control inhibitor stopped working. We didn't purposefully take it out of the water. So to make a comparison is not only disingenuous, to me, you know, is almost insulting.
Unfortunately, the city has not been really straight with their consumers until very recently.
Newark supplies water to a handful of its neighbors, including Bloomfield, where the township administrator says cities are dealing with old water infrastructure systems that some administrations have neglected, and those in office now have to make up for that neglect. While Mayor Baraka insists Newark is addressing the elevated haloacetic acid levels in its water, critics advocate for a more aggressive approach.
They need to modernize how they disinfect their water. They need to really take a hard look at the whole system. I understand that they've been making adjustments to their system for some time, but unfortunately they just don't seem to have their act together, and they're not supplying water that meets all the EPA drinking water standards.
The mayor says the city's water and sewer department has been doing a fine job, and it doesn't need the Natural Resources Defense Council to tell it what to do. In Newark, Michael Hill, NJTV News.
A veteran has her own door and more. That tops tonight's Garden State Express. Our first stop, Egg Harbor Township, where Navy veteran and registered nurse Myra Williams is moving her family into their first home, a two-story, three-bedroom renovated house, mortgage-free, through a program J.P. Morgan Chase set up in 2011 to give 1,000 homes to military members and vets, calling the houses not gifts, but benefits they've earned by serving their country. Miss Williams signed up with the Affordable Housing Alliance, was found to be qualified by a partnership between Chase and the nonprofit St. Bernard Project New Jersey, and she and her daughter Corinne even got to help spruce up the house and paint, too. Corinne's room is magenta. Next to Jersey City, bringing an old landmark house back to life. The old Apple Tree House was owned by Hartman Van Wagenen. Legend has it that Generals George Washington and the Marquis de Lafayette dined under an apple tree on the property in 1780. And dozens of current guests followed suit, attending Jersey City's first Bergen Apple Fest for a taste of home-baked apple pies and tours of the historic home, and for the kids, a chance to play outside in bales of hay. Next to Asbury Park, where it was the dogs that had their day, more than 100 costumed canines attended the Wonder Bar's Yappy Hour Halloween Dog Parade, decked out on the deck outside in costumes that ran the gamut from cute to cuter. Their people having paid a $5 entrance fee to benefit the Waganin Rescue, which finds homeless dogs and cats forever homes. And that's a Garden State Express for Monday, November 5th. Something up in your neighborhood? Tip us off. And now some noteworthy facts that help you know Jersey. Newark's drinking water has had levels of haloacetic acids as high as 21 parts per billion over the EPA limit. Congressman Frank Pallone represented the 3rd Congressional District until he was redistricted to the 6th. District 7 has been represented by a Republican since 1981. And at last count, there's been an uptick, 287% in vote-by-mail ballots over the 2014 midterm elections. If there's someone who you'd like to get to know Jersey, share, use hashtag #NoJersey. Tomorrow on NJTV News, our teams will be following the votes and have full coverage of the November 6th midterm election. So after you vote, join us from 8 o'clock to 11:30 p.m. on air and online. To share any story you've seen tonight, go to njtvnews.org. I'm Mary Alice Williams. For all the men and women of NJTV News, thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
The members of the New Jersey Education Association, making public schools great for every child. And PSE&G, we make things work for communities.
NJM Insurance Company has been serving New Jersey policyholders for more than 100 years. But just who are NJM's policyholders? They're the men and women who keep the Garden State growing, business leaders, the caretakers of our historic landmarks, and the custodians of our public safety. The people who make our state a great place to call home. NJM, we've got New Jersey covered.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
I fight every day.
Every night.
Every hour.
Every minute. And every
second.
RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, brings the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
And I'm not fighting alone.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's beat cancer together.